Ladies and gentlemen, as monsoons wreaked havoc across northern India, there was a political storm in Delhi Darbar as well. And the parliament, the temple of our democracy, has been caught in the eye of this storm. After Bharat gave its mandate, there is a fierce face-off over who's muzzling this mandate. Rahul Gandhi has led a pitched battle against the Modi Sarkar, alleging that the microphones of leaders of opposition in both houses of parliament have been muted by the chairman of the houses. This is a huge charge in a democracy, but is this charge substantiated? The Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla himself pointed out that he has no mute button that he controls, but the attacks of the opposition were unrelenting. They said that under the alleged dictatorship of Prime Minister Modi, not just the opposition but democracy itself was being muzzled. This face-off was the day after the president addressed both houses of parliament. Today, the India Alliance moved adjournment motion seeking a discussion in the House, both houses of the Parliament. Nothing wrong with that if they wanted to debate NEET, because it concerns students and lakhs of students. It does, after all, affect the future of Bharat. But was there a debate and discussion on the future of NEET aspirants? Unfortunately, not at all. All we got was utter pandemonium, disruptions and blame game. Watch the exact moments when the newly appointed Lok Sabha leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge, the leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha, claimed that their mics were muted by the Modi Sarkar and the speakers.
माइक में बंद नहीं करता हूं, पूर्व में भी आपको व्यवस्था दी थी, यहाँ कोई बटन नहीं होता।
सर माइक तो दे दीजिए कि आज स्टूडेंट्स की रिस्पेक्ट करने के लिए हम नीट पर डिस्कशन करें।
ठीक है, आप
डेडिकेटेड डिस्कशन। अब बात यह है कि दो फोर्सेस हैं, एक तरफ
नहीं माने, ओके।
आज स्टूडेंट्स बहुत परेशान है।
सर,
नीट का एग्जामिनेशन बार 7 साल में 70 बार पेपर लीक होता है।
I do not
तो क्या है 7 साल में 70?
I am not getting no. Leader of the opposition is expected to confine to the issue. No, sir, sorry, please, sir, बैठिए, please. Take your seat. Take your seat. Nothing will go on record. Dr. Jitendra Singh.
Was this a democratic way of debate and discussion by the Vipaksh or the chairman of the House? Ironically today, Sonia Gandhi also wrote an opinion piece in a News Daily where she said, and I quote, Prime Minister preaches consensus but values confrontation. Prime Minister hasn't come to terms with the electoral outcome. India bloc doesn't seek a confrontationist attitude. The leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has offered cooperation. So did the Congress party practice what it preached of consensus, not confrontation? Watch this fierce war of words.
Yesterday, in the opposition meeting, I personally raised this issue and I said, look, to send a message to the students that we care for them, we believe in them, they are the future, we need to spend one day discussing NEET. And there was a unanimous agreement among all opposition parties. I tried to raise it in Parliament. Of course, as you saw, I wasn't allowed to speak.
भाई आप बोलिए ना, जब चर्चा की शुरुआत होगी आप बोलते हैं और आप उसमें नीट के विषय को भी प्रमुखता से उठाते हैं। ये स्वतंत्रता चेयर ने आपको दिया। आज ऑनरेबल स्पीकर ने भी इस बात को बोला और हम सब जानते हैं कि राष्ट्रपति जी के अभिभाषण पर आए धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव में आप हर विषय को आप उठा सकते हैं, हर विषय की आप चर्चा कर सकते हैं।
अरे माइक बंद कर दिया गया जब कैमरा दिखाई देता है। सिर्फ स्पीकर और जो नेता, जो हमारे सरकार के प्रति जो नुमाइंदे हैं, जो प्रधानमंत्री हैं, मंत्री हैं, उन्हीं पर कैमरा होता है। कैसे चलाएंगे सर? ये स्वतंत्र तो चलते उन्हीं के इशारे से। जो सरकार चाहती है वही तो होता है ना।
आज तो जब मैं लोकसभा में था, जब प्रतिपक्ष उस विषय पे अपने बातों पे रहे, स्पीकर महोदय ने कहा कि तब आप चर्चा नहीं चाहते हो। हम तो आपको चर्चा करने के लिए अवसर दे रहे हैं, सरकार अपना पक्ष रखने के लिए प्रस्तुत है। जब आप चर्चा से भागते हो, सरकार अपना पक्ष रखने के लिए प्रस्तुत है, तो कंफ्यूजन किस बात की है?
Let's tell you viewers what the Congress's real grouse is. Jairam Ramesh complained that during the 51-minute president's address, Prime Minister was shown 72 times and Rahul Gandhi was shown only 6 times. Airtime is what matters. But is not being shown on television the muzzling of democracy? Here's a Newshour fact check. In 2021, in the Maharashtra Assembly, under the Mahavikas Aghadi, 12 BJP MLAs were suspended for 1 year for abusing and misbehaving with the chair. Later, the Supreme Court scrapped this order as an unconstitutional and illegal one. In February 2024, in the Bengal Assembly, leader of opposition party Suvendu Adhikari and 5 BJP MLAs were suspended for demanding a statement by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Sandesh Khali. In February 2024, in Delhi Assembly, 7 BJP MLAs were suspended by the Aam Aadmi Party Sarkar. In June 2024, in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, the leader of opposition and over 60 opposition MLAs were suspended for demanding a CBI probe into the Hooch tragedy. Is this politics of consensus and not confrontation that is being followed by the opposition? Well, they never look within. The only question is pointing fingers at the other side. So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we're asking on the Newshour tonight: who's muting Janta's mandate? That's the question and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, coming back, I think, after a vacation. Gaurav Bhatia, welcome back to Primetime Debates. Also joining me tonight is Pattabhi Ram Komareddy, national spokesperson of the TDP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Vivek Silas, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joining me in the studios tonight. We are also happy to invite Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the RJD, joining the debate tonight. But my first question goes to Congress Neta, yes and no, Sanjay Jha. And Sanjay Jha, my question to you is, what's the real problem? Airtime on television? Because Jairam Ramesh says 6 baar Rahul Gandhi dikhaya and 72 times Prime Minister. Is that the real problem, that Rahul Gandhi was shown fewer times than the Prime Minister? Is that the problem? Muting of mics clearly, is something, if you're speaking besides the topic of debate at that time, nothing goes on record, is an age-old convention and rule in Parliament. What is all this about, or is this only about creating an atmosphere where you keep pointing fingers and don't allow Parliament to run in? So what if it costs 2 crores every hour that the Parliament functions, money spent from taxpayers' pockets?
Navika, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists on the program today. Navika, in a very dispassionate manner, I would like to put forth 2 points really. Number 1, we are staring at a serious national crisis because it concerns the youth of our country, the future generations that will have the massive responsibility of taking India forward. Over the last 10 years, we have seen how the famous demographic dividend story of India that we tell to the world, India's youth, its working age population, its fitness and its ability to perform, how that has been systematically destroyed by Mr. Modi's government on account of the lack of jobs. One of the reasons why this hugely politically arrogant party has been humbled in the elections. I know Mr. Bhatia will say we are still the largest party, But the truth is, you are 160 seats short of 400. At some point, that political arrogance we expected will at least abate, if not altogether be obliterated. Clearly, a leopard refuses to change its spots. Here is the point. We are talking about the young. We are talking about an absolutely unprecedented scam, not to do with jobs, but with exams itself. I mean, this is like adding insult to injury. The young don't have jobs. And now, according to this incompetent and absolutely corrupt government, if the opposition wanted to discuss it today, give it the necessary time, because it should be a national priority in a bipartisan manner, Mr. Modi's government believes that is not necessary. I think, Navika, the beauty of television is that what you see is, frankly, what you get. And people can see exactly what Jairam and the other people have put out, that the television screens, because that's what people watch, are extremely prejudiced in terms of exposure. Okay. More important, people can see parliamentary behavior. I mean, if you and I, Navika, were in government, hypothetically, and there was this problem of young students not being able to give an exam because of paper mafia and all kinds of leaks and corruption, we would be in a hurry to engage with the opposition, civil society, and the public to get a resolution, and more importantly, to ensure that every section of society is heard, particularly the students. This is not politics. I think if Rahul Gandhi wants to discuss it, this is not politics.
Fantastic question raised by you. And you've opened an opportunity for me to speak, and let me speak, from my heart today. If I were you, I would definitely want to discuss children. I would want to discuss the youth of India. I would want to discuss the paper leak in the NEET exams. And you know what? I would use the current opportunity of the thanks motion on the president's speech to raise that issue. Because the president spoke about NEET exam. You would not be breaking any rules in parliament if you picked up the NEET issues, if you showed the government the mirror talking about the paper leaks and, the complete mess that these exams have been and many other exams. I would have used that opportunity. I would have been one better than the strategy that you chose. Oh, मुझे तो 6 बार दिखाया TV पे, उस PM को तो 73 बार दिखाया. You're crying about issues that are about your face, your airtime. You're not raising the questions of the students because, my friend, when you raise the issue of the mic being muted, ultimately, what happened? Pandemonium in the house. Not one issue of the students came up, and that student issue could have been done through the motion that was currently being debated or had been put up for debate in Parliament. It's a lost opportunity for you because you don't have the strategic sense to use an opportunity to your advantage. And Sanjay Jha, it's a missed opportunity for the students as well, and you are guilty of letting that opportunity go.
Navika, I can tell you the people of India are watching what this government is doing. And the past track record hardly inspires confidence. We saw it during the time of the major Adani imbroglio, how the government stalled proceedings, and the way they suspended members of parliament.
But this was different.
We saw it in the massive
this was about the youth,
bonds.
This was about the students, and yet you decided it was more important for leaders in the opposition benches to become a hero, a Singham. They were looking at cameras on themselves. They were not worried about students. And Gaurav Bhatia, that is the question I want to ask you. The charges of biased behavior by the chairman of both houses, the charges of muting mics, the charges of also ticking off opposition leaders, just like Deepinder Hooda was just ticked off. Aapki advice ki zarurat nahi hai. Baitho. It's a little rough even by the speaker. Maybe expect that since you are in government for the third time, a little bit of magnanimity, a little bit of involvement, a little bit of space can be given to the opposition as well.
So, Navika, I think the charges that are being made by Rahul Gandhi are as hollow as the politics that Rahul Gandhi does. And let me explain it to you why. First of all, just by holding the Constitution of India in your hand, you don't need you don't learn the constitution. You need to read it. You need to understand it clause by clause. And Rahul Gandhi and the opposition is mentally bankrupt, and that is why they come up with these faux pas. Let me start by telling Mr. Rahul Gandhi Article 87. What does it say? Navika, it talks about the presidential address, and then the presidential address is followed by a vote of thanks, Dhanyavad Prastav, as we call it. Now, in this Dhanyavad Prastav, even the opposition gets adequate time to flag any issue that they want, because it is a very comprehensive response that one can give, being in the opposition. Two, you very rightly said that the opposition can utilize this time when they're thanking the president for the address, even disagreeing, raising the issues of the paper leak. And they decided not to do so, letting down the youth of the country, because the youth of the country were waiting to see that the treasury benches, having acted responsibly, one, a CBI investigation has been ordered. Two, the Supreme Court is seized with the matter. Three, prompt arrest of the culprits, 20 of them, 2 by the CBI. 4, the education minister coming out today and very responsibly saying, we are open to a discussion, but the opposition also has to understand that there are rules of procedure in the house which ought to be followed. So why did the opposition not follow the rules of procedure? Now my challenge to Sanjay Jha is that in the last 7.5 decades, if he can show me one example when after the presidential address, the vote of thanks has been suspended, and after that any other issue has been taken. One more aspect that we need to understand. Rahul Gandhi is perpetually crying foul, and he has lost all his credibility. Because last year also, Navika, you would recollect, he had said that bike has been switched off. Today, when his bike was on, and we could hear it on all channels, even on Times Now, the speaker very rightly corrected him by saying, I do not have a button to switch off the bike, and his bike was on. Then why is it that he is in a habit of hurling accusations which are baseless, without any substance, and he does not respect the chair? That ought to be asked. And last but not the least, I would also like to say, opposition words need not be taken literally. You have to oppose everything. Narendra Modi ji speaking, replying on Manipur, and you walk out. Do you remember what happened last time? When Rahul Gandhi spoke on the issue and Narendra Modi ji decided to respond, Rahul Gandhi walked off. What does it mean? He's not interested in listening to any replies.
Sanjay Jha.
Can I respond to Gaurav quickly?
Yes.
Yeah, you let me remind my friend Gaurav, he's right. The CBI is investigating it. The matter is up before the Supreme Court. So you've got to recognize the gravitas of the problem. And because it is a matter of great urgency, and there is a very sleazy scam in operation, there is an NTA that has got a major aspersions to deal with in terms of their integrity. Shouldn't this matter be prioritized? That's all the opposition was asking
Absolutely, I agree with you, but have you prioritized the matter? And that's the question.
That's not correct.
No. So I'm asking Vivek Silas. You could have prioritized. You could have spoken on the debate on hand. You could have talked about NEET in that debate, but you didn't. And Gaurav Bhatia is right. The custom, the convention is that when the president address takes place,
I need to raise
I'll come back to you. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. I'll come to you, Gaurav. But Vivek Silas.
No, it's a question I'm raising. It's about the rule.
Okay.
It's about the rule of the house. Let me quote it.
Okay.
Yes. So rule 352 says this. Rules to be observed while speaking. A member while speaking shall not refer to any matter of fact on which a judicial decision is pending. This is very important. And this matter is also sub judice. Navika, thanks.
Have you heard of Rule 267? Have you heard of Rule 267 on a matter of great national importance?
The rule that I am quoting.
Why is your government chickening out?
No, I've heard of 267, but can you answer me on the rule that I've quoted just now? And I'm talking about the Constitution, Article 87. The Constitution
sir,
will
don't do
take
cherry
precedence
picking.
over any rule of the House. Are you aware of that, Sanjay Jha? For that,
Well, the
maybe
young-
you have
Well,
watched
On that, let me come in. No, let me come in. You can quote rules, but Gaurav Bhatia, issues that have been sub judice have been raised by the BJP when they were in opposition. The 2G scam being a case was in court, but the BJP raised it. In fact, several parliament sessions were washed out because of that. My issue is
No, I
not.
raised other objections also. They had time to, raise the issue during the response, Navika.
Absolutely, and that's the point I'm making to Vivek Silas. Vivek Silas, the rules say that when there is a president's speech, it is followed by the vote of thanks motion in the parliament, and within that you can make issues of national importance, issues that the Rashtrapati has referred to, and in this case NEET had been referred to by the President of India in her speech and her address to the parliament. Why did the opposition not use the opportunity? Is it because Sonia Gandhi says we are interested in consensus, not confrontation, but actually the reality is completely different, and on the floor of the House, you do not practice what you preach in editorials?
Well, first of all, I would like to answer the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party who right now said that the opposition or we are letting down the youth of the country by not raising the questions. That is what Gaurav Bhatia, the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, said. But the NDA and the Bharatiya Janata Party, where 70 paper leaks have been taken, we have seen the recent NEET leak, whatever happened, where 24 lakh of our students were on the street, and 70 papers leak in the last 7 years. So the Bharatiya Janata Party and NDA are promoting the youth. This is absolutely stupid and hilarious at work. We just saw before the parliament election, the general elections, where the police paper leaks took place in Uttar Pradesh, and they said we are bound to take action. What happened? Where 60 lakh students were on the street, nothing happened to them. And we saw what was the outcome and the result in Uttar Pradesh. The Bharatiya Janata Party lost badly in Uttar Pradesh, and we are the bigger party in Uttar Pradesh just due to the corruption that the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing everywhere. Let them do what they want, Navika ji, but we, the Samajwadi Party, the India Bloc, the Congress Party, along with other parties, will keep raising the common issues of the country inside the parliament and outside the parliament also. Like the paper leak, we have seen how corruption has been done in the falling of the roof, collapsing of the roof in the Delhi International Airport. We have seen train derailments after the formation of the new government. We have seen a lot of things, but by creating pandemonium on the floor of the House, which issue have you been able to take up? And how have you served the people of India, the voters who voted you and brought you to parliament so that you could take your oath? Let me get in Mr. Koma Reddy. Let me get in Mr. Koma Reddy of the TDP. Mr. Koma Reddy, very well that everybody has very, very noble, ideas and concepts of fighting for the people of India. But have they succeeded in the manner in which they have stalled Parliament? With Kharge ji walking into the well of the House, with Rahul Gandhi alleging that his mic was put off. In the end, was there a discussion or a debate on the issue of students? Certainly not. Could they have used the current motion and the current debate to make their point? Or was this just about positioning to show who's the boss and how the parliament is going to run over the next 5 years and who's calling the shots?
Anukaji, good evening. Till today, the people in this country had this $1 million question of why does the opposition, especially the Congress, creates all this ruckus in the parliament every single day. And today they've got their answer. Because the Congress had exposed themselves very brilliantly by counting the number of times that they are being shown on television. I mean, till date, I haven't imagined that people will count the number of times that they are being shown on television. 73 times of Modi ji and 66 times of Rahul ji. What is this count, Navika? So it clearly shows that they are doing all this drama to get some airtime. So it is not an issue, Navika ji. It is just that they want to be seen on television screen. Is it only for that you are doing all this drama? As you have rightly pointed out, Navika ji, if they had utilized the opportunity of, replying to the president's address, they would have raised this issue. And why would the government run away from a debate when the government had initiated so many actions, whether it be the CBI inquiry? Today, 2 key people have been arrested, Ashutosh and Manish. And also, the government had already set up a high-level panel under the chairmanship of former ISRO chairman Radhakrishnan ji. And they're openly, seeking suggestions for improving the examination process and improving the security protocols. So the government had initiated so many actions. Why would they run away from a debate? So the Honorable Minister himself had said that we are ready. But you have to, follow certain, rules and regulations and norms. And you yourselves have missed out a golden opportunity, to utilize the time you would have got while replying to the president's address. So without doing that, you're doing all this drama just to get some extra airtime. So the Congress had very brilliantly exposed themselves. So ladies and gentlemen, you got your answer today. Why is the Congress creating ruckus? To get some extra airtime. That is your answer.
Well, Professor Anwar Pasha, Koma Reddy ji has hit the nail on the head. The fight is not about the students of India. The fight is not about the youth of India. The fight is about why is Modi being shown 73 times and why is Rahul Gandhi being shown 6 times. Is this as narcissistic as it gets?
Navika ji, good evening. I think this is the matter of concern and the matter of priority. For the government, the priority and the matter of concern is the vote of thanks motion. For us, the NEET exam that has affected the life and the career of 25 lakh people, the 25 lakh students of this country, that is more important. That is our priority. We want this issue to be discussed and firm action to be taken by the government. This government is trying to shield the culprits. See the attitude of our education minister. He was defending it, saying that no, there is no leak, there was no leak, there was no leak. Why he is not saying, why he is not cancelling the NEET examination? Why he is not saying that let there be a re-examination for the NEET? Because the 25 lakh students are suffering and the poor students are suffering. The rich students have got the cushion after paying 30 lakh, 50 lakh, 60 lakh. But the poor students, the poor and talented students are suffering. So our fight is for the poor and talented students. And we are saying that this is our priority. First discuss it and then we'll participate in the vote of thanks motion. What is wrong in it? Why the education minister is not cancelling the NEET examination? Why he is taking, I think this CBI inquiry, we have seen 70 leaks of examination have taken place. What is the result of the inquiries? What is the result of the inquiries? And what action the government has taken?
What is the result? What is the result of not discussing it on the floor of the House because no debate took place? So you have only challenged the government, ultimately not debated the president's address motion of thanks, and neither have you raised the issue of NEET. And हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, आप वरिष्ठ पत्रकार हैं, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, रूल्स पार्लियामेंट के बड़े क्लियर हैं और ये पूरी फौज जो ऑपोजिशन की है तो संविधान बचाने आई है ना। संविधान में और पार्लियामेंट के रूल्स में ये लिखा हुआ है कि जब राष्ट्रपति का अभिभाषण होता है उसके बाद एक मोशन ऑफ थैंक्स होता है। आप नहीं समझते कि इस डिबेट में ही नीट का मुद्दा उठाया जा सकता था विपक्ष द्वारा, लेकिन नहीं उठाया गया? क्यों नहीं उठाया गया? क्या रीजन है? क्यों पार्लियामेंट को स्थगित किया गया? क्यों इतना जनता का पैसा बर्बाद किया गया? क्या इसके कोई जवाब है या ये सिर्फ सत्ता पक्ष किसी तरह से संविधान के खिलाफ है और प्रतिपक्ष जो है, जो विपक्ष है, वो संविधान को बचाने निकला इसी नैरेटिव को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए?
नविका जी, सबसे पहले तो ये कि संविधान की कॉपी हाथ में लेकर लहराने से लोकतंत्र और संविधान नहीं बचाया जाता। 10 साल बाद कांग्रेस पार्टी को लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन की कुर्सी मिली है और जो नॉर्म्स होते हैं उसके मुताबिक मिली है। अभी जो कुछ भी विपक्षी पार्टियां करेंगी उसका ओनस, उसकी जिम्मेदारी किसके सर पर जाती है? श्रीमान राहुल गांधी के सर। और ये थोड़ा समझना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। राहुल गांधी जब लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन बने, जब लोकसभा अध्यक्ष ओम बिरला जी को लेकर उनके आसन तक प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और किरेन रिजिजू के साथ गए, बढ़िया कुर्ते पजामे में वो बड़े अच्छे लग रहे थे। लोगों ने कहा कि थोड़ा परिधान बदला है, थोड़ा जो संसदीय परंपरा है, वेशभूषा है, वो भी सब दिखेगी, और बड़ा अच्छा लगा वो। लेकिन कमाल की बात ये कि आज सिर्फ फिर से टी शर्ट में नहीं आ गए, आज फिर से वो उसी अंदाज में आ गए जिसको समझना पड़ेगा कि एक जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी होती है उसके लिए स्ट्रीट फाइट अलग होती है, पार्लियामेंट जो कहें कि उसकी प्रोसीडिंग्स में भाग लेने का हिस्सा थोड़ा अलग होता है। आज राष्ट्रपति के अभिभाषण पर धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव में वो सब कुछ बोल सकते थे, और जब उनके पास 52 सांसद थे और अभी 99 है, जो अपोजिशन है, जो एक तरह से कहें कि यूनाइट अपोजिशन है, वो 233-34 पर खड़ा है, उनके पास टाइम बहुत था। आज वो चाहते तो सारे के सारे विपक्षी नेता सिर्फ और सिर्फ नीट पर बोलते। और आजाद भारत के इतिहास में, मेरे ध्यान में नहीं, अगर किसी के ध्यान में हो तो मुझे करेक्ट करेगा, कि पहली बार जो राष्ट्रपति महोदय हैं उन्होंने अपने अभिभाषण में सरकार की उपलब्धियों के साथ एक ऐसे मुद्दे को शामिल किया है जो सरकार के लिए मुसीबत बना हुआ है, जिसको लेकर सरकार पर ढेर सारे प्रश्न चिन्ह है। उसको सरकार को, शिक्षा मंत्री को जवाब देना है। कौन है नीट के वो दोषी, कौन है गुनाहगार, उसका अभी तक जवाब नहीं मिला है। सिर्फ कमेटी बना देने से काम नहीं चलेगा, उसको भी राष्ट्रपति ने अपने अभिभाषण में शामिल किया। क्या राहुल गांधी विपक्ष के नेता के तौर पर वो बड़ा अवसर फिर से गंवा बैठे? क्या जो लड़कर किसी तरह से ये जो मोमेंटम क्रिएट हुआ था, जो जनादेश मिला था, जिसको बार बार कहा जा रहा है कि दोनों पक्ष के लिए, सत्ता पक्ष प्रतिपक्ष दोनों के लिए चुनौतियां भी हैं, अवसर भी हैं, क्या राहुल गांधी कुछ मिस करते दिखे? मेरी तो सबसे बड़ी चिंता यही।
Sanjay ji, respond. The question Harshvardhan Tripathi is asking, I am asking, Gaurav Bhatia is asking, is just this. The opportunity was there. Why did Rahul Gandhi let it go? Or the entire opposition let it go? You could have raised NEET and only spoken about NEET.
Here is my short answer to you, Navika, and to my friend Tripathi ji. Tripathi ji, आपको भी याद होगा 146 हमारे जो संसद के जो मेंबर्स हैं उनको किसे और कैसे, किस तरीके से इन्होंने निलंबित किया था. I think the world saw how 146 MPs were suspended by the speaker. Everyone is aware how chief ministers have been hounded and put in jail, and there is an attempt to try and actually deny them the bail that is probably legitimately
But it's
due.
happening in opposition-ruled states and their assemblies as well. Can't you see that? You know, वो कहते हैं ना कि अगर आपने किसी पर इल्जाम लगाना है तो अपना दामन तो पहले देख लीजिए कि उसमें कितने चीटे हैं.
Navika, here's the larger point. I want to set the context right. This government had the responsibility, and everyone knows the parliamentary tradition, that the government makes a parliament function or it allows for an obstruction to happen deliberately. And we have seen over the last 10 years, it's not the opposition. It is the gridlocks, the log jams have been triggered in an organized manner by the treasury benches. Rahul Gandhi was disenfranchised. Mahua Baitra was hounded out of her seat. I mean, this is a larger, complex ecosystem of harassment, and everyone knows that. And my point to my TDP friend, Mr. Koma Reddy, on your program, Mr. Koma Reddy, hope you're aware that Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, your esteemed leader, was the one who went on record, not once but several times, to call Mr. Modi a dreaded terrorist who was the biggest threat to Indian democracy and parliamentary traditions. You can't contradict that. Don't even try. You'll become red-faced and rosy-cheeked. Don't even try.
You just have this one statement. I think you will repeat this one statement your entire life.
Mr. Naidu tried to bring a coalition of opposition parties together to take on
You just have this one statement your entire life.
So 1 minute. You are an opportunistic party here and everybody knows that.
I can quote 100 statements made by Congress leaders and other leaders in the opposition.
At least thank God you're not denying it.
About many others.
I appreciate you're not denying what Mr. Naidu said. And by the way, Mr. Naidu was trying to chair a complete leadership initiative to bring all coalitions of opposition together to take on Mr. Modi. was not an isolated development.
That are being made in the opposition. Why don't you talk about the statements that are being made today? What is Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan saying about Rahul Gandhi? Why did you talk on that? Do you have the courage to talk about Pinarayi Vijayan's statement of Rahul Gandhi? Talk about the president's statements.
Mr. Reddy.
Why is back? What is Mamata Banerjee talking? What is Kejriwal?
Mr. Reddy, let me answer you.
You don't have the courage to talk about the current statements and you go back 20 years, all the time, muster some courage and data to talk about the present scenario, to talk about the present statements. You don't have the courage to talk about that.
Don't shake your hand, because let me ask Vivek Silas, आपने कांग्रेस पार्टी के बारे में क्या कहा? चिरकुट पार्टी ना? चिरकुट पार्टी?
देखिए,
चिरकुट है कि नहीं है?
टीडीपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने यह भी कहा था नाविका जी कि कोई भी इंसान कोई भी प्रधानमंत्री बनेगा वो जो है नरेंद्र मोदी जी से बेहतर होगा। ये दूसरा स्टेटमेंट आपको याद दिला दे रहा हूं।
चलिए, then Gaurav Bhatia, may I remind the opposition panelists on this show that in an interview to me, Akhilesh Yadav said, हम कभी भी कांग्रेस के साथ नहीं जाएंगे. Now, you know, the politics of today is about convenience. People have said different things about different people and then gone with them. Who's keeping count? Gaurav Bhatia?
Yeah, so let me respond to this first and then to two key points I wish to make. मुझे तो याद आ रहा है कि अखिलेश यादव ने मध्य प्रदेश के चुनाव में कहा था कांग्रेस बड़ी चालू पार्टी है। मुझे याद आ रहा है कांग्रेस के अजय राय ने कहा था जो अखिलेश यादव अपने बाप का नहीं हुआ वो जनता का क्या होगा। मुझे तो याद आ रहा है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अरविंद केजरीवाल को कहा था अरेस्ट करो। अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कहा था सोनिया गांधी को अरेस्ट करो। मुझे याद आता है सपा ने कहा कि बीएसपी जो है वो सबसे ज्यादा भ्रष्टाचारी है और मायावती ने सपा को कहा वो गुंडा पार्टी है, फिर वो लोग मिल गए थे। So you know, let's not go into the
और नरेंद्र मोदी ने क्या कहा था कि चंद्रबाबू नायडू अपने ससुर के पीठ में छुरा भोग के मुख्यमंत्री
नाविका
चंद्रबाबू नायडू ने कहा था, मोदी जी ने चंद्रबाबू नायडू के बारे में कहा था।
सही है, सबने सबके बारे में कहा और फिर सब आपस में दोस्त हो गए। अच्छी बात है,
मुख्यमंत्री
दोस्ती कर लीजिए ना, पार्लियामेंट में भी कर लीजिए, पार्लियामेंट तो चलने दीजिए।
नहीं, पार्लियामेंट में देखिए सवाल बिल्कुल उठाए जाएंगे, एकदम उठाए जाएंगे, जनता से जुड़े हुए सारे सवाल उठाएगा।
ओके, गौरव भाटिया,
दिस heckling is not acceptable. Yes, thank you. To the Samajwadi Party and the RJD who were talking about the youth of the country, I want to tell them and then ask them that are they aware that जादूगर कौन है जिसकी सरकार में सबसे ज्यादा पेपर लीक हुए हैं? अशोक गहलोत। ये मैं नहीं कहता हूं, सचिन पायलट ने कहा था 27 papers were leaked in Rajasthan, 40 lakh youth were affected. And did Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Kharge ji even utter a word? No, they did not.
1.30 crore students have been affected in Uttar Pradesh in the 10 paper leaks. What do you have to say about that?
Not the way.
1.30 crore. Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party should reply me. 1.30 crore students have been affected alone in Uttar Pradesh.
The question here is, the NEET paper leaks are an important issue. Let there be no ambiguity on that.
This is not fair.
No. I thought you've completed.
Please allow me.
Okay, last word.
To make my point.
Yes.
Yes. Now say the opposition had decided to expose the government. They had made some constructive suggestions. It would have been a win-win for everyone. We would have improved. We would have made, amends to any suggestion that they're making. The youth would have felt that the government has become accountable, government is responding by letting us know what action they've taken, and the opposition has played a role of a constructive opposition. But the opposition decided to be destructive again, oppose for the sake of opposing. And what is the loss? Loss is one working day of the parliament lost, which could have been utilized to discuss this one issue, because it is not a mandatory term that you have to discuss other issues or there is allocation of time. pertaining to issues. Just this one issue could have been raised by the opposition.
So Gaurav Bhatia, pardon me for asking this question. If the opposition had given some constructive suggestions, would you have accepted them? ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड बहुत अच्छा नहीं है आपका, सोच के बोलिएगा।
नाविका जी, मैं तो कहूंगा राहुल गांधी को एक बार कंस्ट्रक्टिव लीडर का रोल तो प्ले करने दीजिए। You will be surprised the magnanimity
जितने लोग लखनऊ से आते हैं ये पहले आप में ही रह जाते हैं।
गुलाम नबी आजाद जी को पद्म विभूषण दे सकते हैं। You know, we have to rise above this petty politics, and that is why I'm saying play the role of a constructive opposition.
Well said. Well said. While we urge the opposition to rise above daily politics, we are also waiting with bated breath for the government and the treasury benches to show that they are rising above these petty confrontations. Because at the end of the day, we as Indians are losing out on opportunities to raise issues about Indians. And the money paid by taxpayers is being wasted. This is not the politicians' money. This is money of the taxpayers. And clearly, accountability on both sides is important. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number